Good morning, everyone. It's Ann Varillo here with stampwithann.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York. So happy Wednesday, November 27th, and it's the day before Thanksgiving. I hope all of you guys are getting ready for the wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. I know I am. I'm actually going to be setting up my tree and Christmas decorations later on this afternoon, so I'm super excited about that. But anyways, if you guys are watching on my YouTube channel, make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and also click on the little red bell and so you can get your notifications about when I go live. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you're following my Facebook page as well. So, and leave me a comment. I love to go back and read all the comments, and let me know where you guys are watching from. Hi, Joan. Good morning from Washington State. So anyways, normally you guys know I go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Last week I went live on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, but normally I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I wasn't able to go live on this Monday because we did have a passing in our family. My niece's mother had passed away. So we had a funeral on Monday, and it's so hard during the holidays, especially when you lose your loved ones. I know my mom passed away a couple days before Thanksgiving 15 years ago, so that was really hard and very much a challenge. So just had to say that why I was missing in action. But anyways, let's get down to it. So this week, I'm playing with a new online exclusive bundle called Otterly Amazing. So I've created 3 cards for my online card class kit to go. And you can get your kit for free with a $40 purchase in my online store. You can get all the details in the description, and I'll post the link to that. But I kind of got away from my Christmas cards because we're getting so close to Christmas and I'm almost all ready for that. But I wanted to, hi Tony, good morning. Are you off today? I was going to stop by and drop off something for you. But anyways, I was trying to get some cards done with this cute Otterly Amazing Bundle. I'm not usually for the little animals and stuff, but I thought it was super cute and I just loved the otters. So let's get down to my desktop and I will show you guys the 3 cards I created this week. All right, here we go. Oh, you're working off after today. Okay, good. Well, you only have like a little bit left of the day to go. So, okay. So here's the set that I'm using. Otterly Amazing. Aren't these cute? They're just so cute. I love them. And then I'm using the Otterly Amazing dies. That's part of the bundle. But they have the dies that cut out the otters, and you've got logs here and fish. We're going to do 1 card with that. And these are little stones. And then you've got some greenery, or I guess what would you call it, that lives underneath the water? Seaweed. I'm not calling it seaweed, and I don't like seaweed. We have seaweed in front of our lake, and I just don't like it. Anyways, and little bubbles. These are little bubbles. They're so cute. So this is the set. It's not in a catalog anywhere. It's in our online exclusives. So you can click on my link down below for shopping, and you can find it on there. So these are the cards. They're so cute. So this actually is part of the designer series paper, and one of the dies works with the designer series paper to cut that little image out. So this is the first card we're going to make today, and I embossed this saying, and then I also used one of the sentiments from the set, love you lots. I thought that was super cute. And then here's the other one. Now this is You're Otterly Amazing. So this one, we used some of the dies, the logs, the stones, and here's those little fishy dies. So I used that. And then I thought this would be a cute happy birthday card. So You're Otterly Amazing, happy birthday. So that was another one. We're going to make those 2 today since I missed Monday. And we'll go through them pretty quick. And then Friday, I'm going to do a fun fold. It's a super easy one, but this I just wanted to play off of the Otterly, I think it's Otterly Fun Designer Series paper, if I'm not mistaken. And use, because I love the backgrounds on these papers. And then on the inside, I just wrote enjoy today, and I stamped the little fishies. So you can also stamp those. So that was just a quick and easy fun fold card. So we'll do that one on Friday. But anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna make this one first. I'll put this aside so I don't get myself confused. Okie dokie. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, I did want to show you the designer series paper. So the die that cuts out is cutting out this little image. So there's several of them on here that you can die cut out. But isn't that cute? I just loved it. So that was the dies for that. So we've got a couple things here. These are the nested essentials dies, I think. And then this is the little otters. I've got a piece for the sentiment. Now your kit will include all of this die cut, well, not the die cuts, because it's part of the bundle. It'll include this die cut because that's not part of the bundle. So I'm using Pretty Peacock cardstock here. I've got some greenery, and let's just make sure we burnish this fold real good. So we're just going to burnish that fold with our bone folder. And then I'm going to adhere some of this paper. Isn't it pretty? This is one side and this is the other side. And I used this side in the other card that we'll make today as well. I hope I got all that. Yeah, I did. Okay, so let's just adhere this to the front. Isn't it cute, Tony? I'm not usually the little animal ones, but I thought these were so cute. And my daughter-in-law, she loves otters. Otters and turtles. She has a big tortoise, which I don't like, but it's okay. It's their life, right? Okay, so I'm just adhering this designer series paper to the front. And then we're going to do a little bit of blending. So you can probably just barely see, but I put, you guys know me, I have a weird issue with just all white. So I added a little bit of Lost Lagoon to the front here with a blending brush. So let's go ahead and do that now. Get my little blending brush over here. I think it was Lost Lagoon, I'm pretty sure. It's either that or, no, it was Lost Lagoon. I didn't want Pretty Peacock. It's too dark. So I'm just going to add a little bit of color down here on the bottom. It's kind of to reflect like they're sitting in water maybe, right? You can put on as much color as you want or as little color as you want. I want it to show up a little bit, so I'm just going to keep on adding a little bit more. And you always want to kind of rub off your ink so you don't get a big blob on there when you're doing this. So you just kind of take that and go over it a few times. So I think that's pretty good. Get the corners here. All right, I'll stop with that. And then let's see here. So this is, again, super easy. I'm not going to put that up yet on my, I want to stick this up first. And I'm going to put this up on Stampin' on dimensionals. I want that up. And we're also going to, let's see, let's put those dimensionals on right now. So just going to put a couple on. We'll try 3. Get my trash can over here. My little shot glass. So are you guys getting ready for Thanksgiving? Is everybody excited? I'm going over to my nephew's house. My sister-in-law, she does all the cooking. I bring the wine and a pie, maybe. So we're just going to pop this right up here. And I'm going to pop it up a little bit more so you can kind of see the blue underneath here. Now, these little ferns, seaweed, whatever you want to call it, they're a little long. See, that's too long. So I'm going to cut these down a little bit because you don't need them that long. Let's see. I'll put one over here. And it's okay if it sticks off of the card a little bit. I might cut that one just a little bit shorter. Yes, Thanksgiving is much later this year. So, well, I guess it's maybe about a week later, right? So normally I put up my decorations the day after Thanksgiving, but it seems so late. Okay, yep, I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue here. Glue these down. And I just dot a small amount of glue on here. Because you don't need a lot. And we're just going to adhere that right into here. Just kind of make sure you get it. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Yeah, there. And I'm probably going to come up a little bit more on this one because I like it to be a little, if you can see, off center a little. Like I don't want them to be both the same height. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Now I'm probably running out of my, ooh, that was a lot of glue. Just want a dot, 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 dot. Okay, that's good. And we're just going to stick this right back in here, kind of find its way down because I have my Stampin' Dimensionals there. And then I'm going to add this one here. And you can always feel free to add more. If you wanted to add more of these, greenery. Okay, we're going to call it seaweed. Ferns. I'm going to call it ferns. I just want a little bit here because I'm going to put that in. Okay. Should have had my little tweezers out here. So that's that. Then we've got this. Did I not do the inside of my card? I probably didn't. I'll have to see. So we'll add this. I think I'm gonna put this maybe over here, just like that. There we go, pretty. Yeah, I guess I didn't. All right, so now we're gonna pop this up and I want it up here. So we're just gonna use our dimensionals again. Get a couple on here. Now this is a little bit bigger of a piece, so I tend to use a little bit more if it's a larger die cut, just to make sure it doesn't bend in the middle, especially if you're gonna mail it. Bring this over here. Oops. You don't want it to kind of be squished down. Okay. Now the next card I did do, oops, what's wrong with my camera? My internet, I'm freezing up here. Let's hopefully it'll go through correctly. Let's see. Yeah, I've got my phone hooked up to the cord, so I should be fine. So I'm gonna stamp this sentiment in what am I stamping it in? Oh, Versamark ink, which is over there. I gotta grab it. And when you're stamping on darker color cardstock particularly, you want to make sure you use your little, this is the Stampin' Buddies stuff. It's got like a chalk in there, and it prevents the embossing powder to sticking to other areas on the cardstock. So I find them very useful, particularly if you're stamping on very dark cardstock like black. Let me grab my Versamark ink. So we're gonna stamp "We're Cute Together," and I'm just gonna turn that upside down, put a little bit of Versamark ink on there, and we're gonna stamp it right in the middle. Just make sure you get a good impression. Okay, there we go. Looks good to me. I'm going to take my embossing, did I leave? Here they are. My embossing powder. So I'm using the, let's see here. Let me see. The Wow Opaque Bright White embossing powder. Oops. We're just going to use this to capture. You just kind of want to tap it off. See, I didn't get enough of my, let's try this. Get some of that off. There we go. Now we're going to heat emboss it. So let's put this aside so we don't, no, we're going to put it away. I've done this before where I brought out my heat gun and then the powder goes flying. So we'll just put that back in its little container. Okay. Put that aside. Okay, then we're going to bring out our heat gun. It's going to be a little noisy, sorry, but we'll show you the magic. There it goes. Yep. So there we go. We got that heat embossed. See how pretty that is? I love that. So cute. This is it's Old Olive, not Mossy Meadow. It's Old Olive. And we're gonna snip the ends. I just snipped these ends a little bit. So we're just gonna come up here and kind of snip your ends. There we go. And then I'll attach this. I'll pop this up on some mini glue dots. Oh no, I'll use the regular ones. This is still thick enough for that. My son's birthday is December 2nd, so I'm thinking I might do one of these cards for him. The other one that I did is a birthday card. So we'll just pop this up. Having a hard time getting these off today. Here we go. Just like this. Put that right down there. And then I'm going to add a couple of these. These are the Riverside Irregular Pearls. Just to add a little bit of bling to the front. You can see I added a couple there. I really do like adding some of the ink to the bottom of the tag, the die cut tag. And we're going to add just a couple. Put one up there. And I'll put a larger one. I think I'm just going to use a larger one. Oh, no, over here, because I'm going to tie the bow. So we got that. Now this is the pool party. I think, I forgot what it was. Oh, Lost Lagoon soft cording. This is pretty. You can see how pretty that is. So I'm just going to tie a bow, a small bow. Okay. Just want to bring that down a little bit. Bring this one down a little bit. Let's see if that's big enough or small enough. Bring this down just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. That looks good to me. Ooh, uh-oh. Did my bow go? No. Snip these ends a bit more. Okay. And then I'll attach that with a mini glue dot. Just add a little bit of a glue dot here to that. Got my hands to the paper, to the bow. And we'll go ahead and put that right in this thing here. There we go. So that's that card. Now I forgot when I was putting the kits together. I did do the inside of this with lots of love, but I forgot to bring over a panel of basic white. And I added a little bit of this designer series paper. So, and I stamped that in Lost Lagoon. So there you go. That's our first card. See, super easy, super cute. I love it. It's just real cute. So we'll put those aside. And here comes some more fun with this one. So I've got, again, using the designer series paper. This is Early Espresso, and I've got lots of little die cuts here coming out. So let's make sure I get those all out. Yep. Here's our little logs. I love these logs. They're so cute. And our little rocks. Again, I'm using the same greenery, ferns, whatever you want to call it. So we've got that. This is for our stamping. And this is for the inside panel. All right. Early Espresso is my card base. So we're just going to burnish that fold. And I'm going to, oh, I don't like that. I need it to be really flat. There we go. We're going to, oh, let's stamp first. Look at, this is so cute. Do you see what I did here? I used, where is it? The little, I got to find it. Oh, here it is. These are like little bubbles. And what I did was I stamped it. Bring over my pad here. Push these up. I just stamped this very randomly in Lost Lagoon. Because you got to make it look like it's underwater, right? I mean, this does represent water. At least it does to me. So I'm just stamping a little bit of the bubbles, just randomly. And I want to get a little bit of bubbles over here. Maybe a little bit more up here. There we go. And I'll do a little bit over here. So it's just how many bubbles you really want. Do you want a lot, a little bit? You can go crazy if you want. I'm just gonna stop. I'll stop myself soon, okay? There we go. That's all the bubbles I'm gonna put in. Let's clean that stamp off. Don't want it getting anything else dirty. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and adhere this designer series paper. Same Otterly Fun, I think it is. Designer series paper. I guess we do have otters here. I don't know. I think I've seen one in our lake before, but they say we do have them. So I'm just going to adhere that to the bottom here. Now this just reminds me of like rocks in the lake, like pretty rocks. So, oopsie, I did a boo-boo. Let's see if I can lift that up a little bit. I'll use my thing here. I'm just going to lift up the end of that paper for a minute, if I can. Guess what? I'm not going to be able to. Oh, darn it. Oh, I can. Let me get a little bit more heat on this. See if that works. Yep. It's going to work for me. So sometimes, you know, as a stamper and a crafter, you make a little bit mistakes sometimes. So this was a little trick I learned. If you're using glue, you can use your heat tool to kind of pry up a little bit of that the glue off of there, so you can get your. We're going to just cut this down a little bit, so I don't want it going off the page. So I just needed a little bit under here to be able to get some of that down. Now we're going to use a little bit of glue here. See, I taught you a little trick today. Maybe you already knew it. And if you use Stampin' Seal, what you can do, they call it the huff. You actually do a couple huffs of your breath on the Stampin' Seal, and that'll help lift it off the paper. Okay. Now this, I usually like to leave my my flower images, kind of like I did on the other cards, up a little bit off of the paper, kind of add some dimension. But for this one, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put this one on this side. I want it to be all the way down. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue again to the little greenery. And let's see, turn it over just a smidgen, just a smidgen. There we go. A little bit of glue. And then we're just going to pop this right underneath there like that. Okay, and I still have enough room over here. I can do this. Perfect. Just dabbing this on here very lightly. Okay. Oops. Dropped it. And we're just going to stick this kind of over here, this side. And then we're going to stick this one in here too. Yes, I'm excited for tomorrow because we get together with a big group. So there's probably going to be, I think, 22 of us tomorrow, 23. But I'm excited because my son and daughter-in-law are going to be able to come, because they have to do like every other holiday. So I won't see them on Christmas, but I will see them Thanksgiving. So I'm excited about that. So then we're just going to kind of press down where I kind of got that up. It's still sticky underneath there. So you just want to give it a good rub and that should be fine. Okay, so now let's put our little logs together. And I'm just going to glue these down as well. You could use a couple mini glue dots if you wanted to. It's up to your preference, what you like, but for me, the glue is the easiest thing for me. So just kind of off-center them. I think he's so cute. He's like sitting on the log, debating what to do. Little otters. Yeah. Now I've seen some cards where you see this little opening right there, because logs have openings, right? Well, oh, it's my phone. I'm supposed to be on silenced, but it's not working. But some people, this little piece gets die cut out, and some people put that right in there. They reattach it. I'm not going to do that. I like the way it looks. So now what we're going to do is I just want to take these little rocks. Oops. You can call them pebbles if you want, but these are more like rocks. And I'm going to use my, what do you call these things? Gee, now I forgot. Daubers. And I'm using crumb cake. And basically what I want to do is just give that a little bit of color. So it's just not plain cardstock. So you see you have some kind of dimension on here. And again, like I said earlier, you can do as much as you want or as little as you want. Okay. There we go. Now I just did a little bit. You can kind of see on this one. So with these, I want to pop these up on a couple little mini dimensionals, especially the little ones. So just, you only need one. On the big one, I think I can use a big one. Yeah, oops. Oh dear, look what I did. I didn't turn it over. I gotta turn it over. Did I? No. Turn it over. There we go. Okay. So now you have your little boulders. We're gonna put that on. Get these off. I'll put the big one over here. And then I'll put this one right under here. I'll go like that. Oops, forgot to take the little thing off. Hi, Kelly. No worries, you can go back and watch some of the replay. Okay, so now we're almost set. Well, before we get to the stamping and coloring, I want to put some, now this is the most tedious part of this card, okay? But the little die cuts are the little goldfish. So it cuts it out in lots of different little sizes. And what I'm going to do, you can do this a number of ways, but the easiest is just to take your glue. You can use this one. Oh, look. You can use this one, or you can use your fine tip glue pen right there. I'm just going to use this one. And so I'll show you how I did this. I just made a couple little glue. Let's get some of this glue off of here. Glue dots. Let's see, I did some here. You probably would want to put your otter up first so you don't cover your fishies. But I think I got it. All right. Maybe, no, I got one here. Okay, let's try this. So these are very tiny, folks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this over, if I can. Here. And I'm taking the piece from my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to use that to put it down there, to put the little goldfish down. So again, like I said, this is like the most tedious part of making this card, because these are little tiny little things. We'll put one there. And I kind of just put my finger down to make sure that they're sticking good. Put this, let's see, how did I get these little guys? Yep. So I want one here. And I'm probably going to add another one after I get my, here, I want this big one here. After I get my little otter all cut out. So here's a little tiny one. We'll try and put the little tiny one here. There we go. I think I'm losing a fish. A fish is underneath the card. Okay, and then we got one more. I'm going to use this littler one. Put right here. And don't worry if you've got a little bit of glue there. You can always take your, aren't they cute? You can always take your little glue remover stick and get that off, but I think that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna save some of these. I might go back and add just a couple more. They're just so tiny. Okay, and let's, while we're at it, we're just gonna add this right here to the front. So I'm gonna put some glue on. Yeah, it's time for me to bring out a new glue. A new glue. Oops. Boy, that came out a lot. So we're just going to put that right on the front, the card base. Make sure it's glued down good. And then we're going to take our, let's see, we need this stamp. We're going to take our little otter, and I'm going to stamp him in, let's see if I can, tuxedo black ink. Okay. And then we'll do just a little bit of coloring. I used pecan pie and crumb cake for the little otter. Because we do have to die cut him out as well. So I'm just going to stamp him on some basic white cardstock. And then, look, I got a little bit of black. Oh, I must have had black on my fingers. Okay, we'll put that aside. And I said pecan pie and my crumb cake. So we'll get all this out of the way. Okay, now we'll just do a little bit of coloring. And I'm going to start off with the light crumb cake because I just want to do his little inside belly. I think I need a new crumb cake. Little. And then I'm going to use the light pecan pie. I actually, yeah, I'll use this. No, I want to use this other side. Normally I'd use my, the bullet tip when I'm working in a small area, but I'm going to use the brush tip. But I'm going to come up a little bit more with the light crumb cake up to here. There. Then I'm just going to bring this around. Is this the light one? Yeah, light. Now, if you guys know, when you're using these Stampin' Blends, they do lighten up. So it goes on wet, and as it dries, it will lighten up for you. So just kind of remember that. I always get like, when I'm doing this live, I feel like it takes me such a long time to color. It's okay. I got it. And I am going to add a little bit of dark pecan pie, and I'll show you where, but just to get some shading in there. Plus, I'm going to blend a little bit more of the pecan pie, or not the pecan pie, the crumb cake in as we go here. Get his little foot. Okay. So now I'll show you a little bit of this. So I'm gonna come in, and you can see kind of in this one how I blended some of that in. So I'm just gonna come in and use some of my crumb cake and blend that in just a little bit so I get a little bit of variation. Let me get this. There we go. I'm going to blend a little bit more up here. I think that looks pretty good. Just going to use a little bit of dark on his little paws there. And I'll come in on these lines and just line it up a little bit. On his nose. All right. So that's enough with the pecan pie and the crumb cake. Now, all I have to do is get all this stuff out, pop this on here, and we're going to die cut him out. I gotta get the die. Ah! I should have had this out already, but I didn't. Let's see, I think it's gonna be this one. Yep, there we go. My little otter. I love this stamp set. It's so cute. Okay, and I'm gonna use some Post-it note tape just to tape this down. You guys know me. I I got to tape it down because otherwise it slips and slides. Just want to make sure I get that right. Nope. Did I like stamp him crooked? Maybe a little bit. There. Okay. We're just going to open this up. It's my little Boho Blue Mini Cut and Emboss machine. Sorry, I should have had that opened already. And then we're just going to die cut him through. Oops. His little tail is moving. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh. Okay, I think I got him. No, I don't. Ah, so frustrating today. Stop it. Okay, now I got it. If you don't have the dies, oops, I do that all the time. It just goes flying. If you don't have the dies, you can always fussy cut. Joan, I know you said you don't mind fussy cutting. And these are, the otters are perfectly fine to fussy cut. In fact, you can fussy cut them out of the designer series paper as well. I mean, it's that easy. So I'm going to stick him up just a little bit like this, and I am going to pop him up on some Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, you know what I did? Oh well, we're gonna wing it. Before I glue anything down, I should have stamped the sentiment on there. I didn't, but we're gonna go ahead and stamp it while it's already glued down. So. I just get so excited to put it together. Come on. Get off of here. Yeah, so don't forget this is part of the online exclusives. And I'll have this up on my blog later today. I haven't done my blog yet, so I'm gonna make sure I put that up today. So that's him. Now let's stamp. I stamped this sentiment in Pretty Peacock. So we're gonna use that. You're utterly amazing. Let's just make sure we get a good. Cute. Okay. Put that aside. Let's clean this stamp set off. Okay, so I will tell you, when you're putting this together, if you got the kit, I'm going to tell you right now, do your otter first, color it, and then pop it up there, and then do your fishies, and obviously stamp that first right after you stamp your little, what do you call them? Those little bubbles. They're bubbles. That way. See, I like the way he's positioned better on this log because you can see both of these logs. I got him a little covered up here. I mean, I could take him off, but I don't want to rip it up. So, so just remember that if you're rewatching this to do the card kit, because in my PDF tutorial I put a link into the video. So just take a note. All right. So on the inside of this, we're almost done, guys. Thanks for hanging with me for 50 minutes. I used the Happy Birthday from the Unbound Love stamp set. So this was the one I wanted to see about giving to my son, maybe, because we are celebrating his birthday tomorrow with the family. His birthday's December 2nd. My birthday is December 31st. I don't like my birthday because everybody parties on that day. It's not my birthday. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind it. All right. Let's clean this off. And I think I stamped, yep, oops. I think I stamped this a couple different times. And I used, let me get that. I used the Lost Lagoon. I just stamped a couple of the flowery, or not flowery. Okay, I'm gonna call it seaweed. No, it's not seaweed. And right into there. There we go. So we're almost done. I'm just gonna pop this right on the inside, a little bit of glue. And that's 2 cards using the Otterly Amazing bundle. We're just gonna put this right down here. Ta-da! There we go. Did I miss anything? Oh, I put a couple little things here. But look, I do think we should just maybe do one more goldfish. What do you think? I don't know. I'm going to try one. Nah, I think that's good. That's fine. Especially if I'm going to put a dimensional. Let's see, what color did I use? I used this little color here. Kind of reminds me of bubbles, right? Put one there. All right, that is it. That's our last card for today. And then Friday, I'm going to do that quick fun fold. So make sure you come back and join me on Friday. I'll be live at 11 o'clock on the 29th of November. So thanks for hanging in there with me, guys, today. I really appreciate it. And have a very happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with family and friends. Okay? Bye.